The Avatar of Wrath is an extremely powerful monkey when supported with the right towers and crosspath correctly, so we are going to cover that today. To start, the 005 Druid throws 5 thorns every 0.55 seconds that do 4 damage each and have 1 pierce. On top of this, its attack gain plus 1 damage for every 3000 RBE on screen, up to a maximum of plus 30 damage. For those of you who don't know, RBE stands for Red Balloon Equivalent, which is how many red balloons would be needed to be popped to equal the amount of pops needed to beat a group of balloons. So, a blue balloon is worth 2 RBE, a green is worth 3, and so on. Think of it like a group of balloons' total health, and the higher this number, the more damage the Avatar of Wrath does. Upgrading this guy to a 205 will increase each thorn's pierce by 1, allow the thorns to pop frozen and lead balloons, and allow it to shoot lightning bolts. This new lightning attack does 1 damage and has 31 pierce, but it also gets some damage scaling of plus 1 damage for every 6000 RBE on screen, up to plus 15 damage. This can be some good damage as 31 pierce is nothing to scoff at, but let's compare it to the other crosspath. The 025 crosspath increases how many thorns it can throw per attack from 5 to 8, and the thorns will strip their regrow property off any balloon they hit. The second part isn't necessary, so if you want, you can stop at a 015 Druid. Initially, this looks like the worst crosspath as it only increases its max damage by 60%, whereas the 205 doubles the pierce and gains an extra attack, but that is not the end of the story. You see, it's the synergies that make one better than the other, with the main synergy being Hbomb. He provides plus 1 pierce to druids at level 2 and plus 2 more at 11. When taking these pierce buffs into account, the 025 druid does 28% more damage with its thorns, and this is assuming it's using its full pierce, which is not always the case. Now the lightning does help make up some of this damage, but not all 28%. In fact, you can see that the 025 druid does much more damage on round 98 than a 205, which is using most of its pierce the entire round. Then on round 100, the 025 kills the bad much earlier along the track as its single target damage is much greater than the 205's. Now we know what the better crosspath is, but what should we buff it with? Luckily, this one is pretty simple. We're going to buff it with Hbomb, a 230 village so it can pop leads and DDTs, a stronger stimulant alchemist, or permabrew if you're rich, and most importantly, 5 014 druids as they all provide plus 15% attack speed. With this supporting cast, the 015 Avatar of Wrath can beat chimps on most maps and is a great strategy for beginners as it'll teach you what to expect on the later rounds.